we got the.
Greetings, sentient beings. This broadcast is not intended for children. There will be strong language and adult themes.
Hello, everybody.
Jingle fucking bells, jingle fucking bells, jingle all the fucking way.
Well, there goes our monetization.
I guess.
Hello, all you people out in, let's see, where would that be? Well, Polynesia, I guess. To be generalizing.
I have no
Merry
idea.
Christmas, folks.
Merry Christmas and Festivus for the rest of us.
Where's our entry picture that I uploaded?
Yeah. Coffee's still loading. Bring not coffee yet.
Good morning from Milwaukee, where it's somewhere around 36 degrees. And as you can see, lovely clear skies. The sun is coming up. Well, all right, this is from yesterday, but it's the closest I could get to right now. So we can overlook Lake Michigan out there. How are you guys?
Bring not coffee yet.
I'm doing
Come
well.
on, shape up. You only got 48 more hours to go.
Yeah, I only have to set up a stream, wrap gifts, and go to a party. Yeah.
You've been wasting your time putting it all off to the end. God, these people. Procrastinating boys, I swear.
I only was just running around, and so much I couldn't sit down for even 30 minutes yesterday. So
Well, you can wrap presents while you're sitting down. And Journey, how have you been? What are you up to? What the hell are you? Why are the hell you up at this time in the morning when you don't have to be?
Oh, I'm up to about 5:10, and I've got my. I'm working on getting my stream stuff together. I still need to get a stream key to send to you. And here's the lady of the house.
The old bitch.
Yeah, why are you starting early without me?
We didn't start early without you. We started right on time without you.
Have you lost your time telling skills lately, or?
No, it's supposed to start at 5 a.m.
Yep, and we did.
No, well, I was hearing you talking, and
okay.
Well, we're certainly a quiet group, so we're starting off a 48-hour marathon of talk.
Anyway, yep.
Oh yeah, for my stream, I'll probably need to get a co-host to come on. I'm still having the electrical problems. That's been pretty good lately, but just in case.
Yeah.
Okay. From so. Yes, it is officially Christmas in New Zealand now.
Yeah. Jenny was saying in good morning. I was telling her it's an oxymoron.
I've always felt that.
If you're awake and you're alive, it's a good morning.
Well, I've always felt that anytime that I'm out of bed while it can still be legitimately called morning, the day has little prospect for turning out well.
Oh, I haven't done my morning blood
But
pressure. God.
in this case, I just haven't been to sleep yet.
Yeah, same here. I tried sleeping and that didn't go too well.
Yeah, I tried it. I basically just, sat here with my eyes closed listening to some videos for an hour and a half, but yeah, I didn't actually fall asleep.
Yeah, sounds about what I did.
So who we got in the side chat? We have Commander 401. If you want to jump in, you certainly can. And Sinister Porpoise. And Aunt your Orla. Hey Orla, haven't been seeing you around as much lately.
Ooh, I'm officially alive. My blood pressure's 104 over 69. Not
You're
bad.
officially
Oh, hey,
alive.
yeah, that's even approaching normal.
No, actually, that's kind of high for me.
Yep. And tilting windmills. Yep. Thank you. This goes a lot of people joining together to make this happen.
Doc Osiris, hi.
Yeah,
Hey,
Doc,
I ran into Kyle. Oh, and Orla's here. Hi, Orla, and hi, Chair.
Orla and Aunt your.
Anyways, I ran
Appreciate
into.
Aunt your being here. She's our crack shot moderator. She catches things in the side chat a lot of times before I even see them. Oh,
How's this one look for a title card?
Who's that?
I don't know, some fat dude with a beard and a red suit who likes to break into people's houses.
Oh, the cookie thief.
Yeah.
looks like an ad for Coca-Cola.
Not enough bubbles.
A lot of people aren't aware of it, but that's, Santa Claus, as he's pretty much known worldwide now, being a fat dude in a red suit, started out as a Coca-Cola commercial.
Yeah, wasn't he in like a green suit originally?
Well, actually, Santa had multicolor suits: green, blue, black, all kinds of
Yeah,
prices.
it's
But
pretty much in each country he had a different color.
Yeah, Coca-Cola kind of standardized it. Although there's still a lot of use of green in Europe, as I've seen various videos and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's in Scandinavia, the Nordic countries. He was usually wearing the green, and he was usually a very slender man.
Personally, my Santa costume is based. Oh, what's that noise?
Yeah, I was wondering where we were picking up the static from.
I think that's Journey.
My Santa costume is neon paisley with gold fringe and silver buttons.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're really together today.
And it stops just below my ass.
Hi, Godless Granny.
Hi, Granny.
Good morning.
You're up early.
Good morning. Yeah, I am. I've got my coffee and I have my breakfast.
Okay, cool.
How long does this thing run for?
1 hour.
This is a 1 hour one? Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
1 hour for you.
The kickoff is just 1 hour, and then we hand it over to Granny.
Okay.
And I'll be there, Granny.
Thank you, Jenny.
And then I go to Journey.
Let's see. So it's a 2 hour thing for you, Granny, and then. All right.
You're doing 2 hours, Granny?
Yes, I'm doing 2 hours.
Okay.
And Purple, I posted the link to what says it's the complete stream, but it's a link to this.
Yeah, but the first thing in the description there. If you click on it, takes you to the complete playlist.
No, I clicked on it and posted it, and it takes me here.
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
link's not working right?
Show less. Live chat. No, what happened to the you had the whole thing in the description. I don't see it now.
I wonder if that has something to do with the complete playlist being on Ryan Kaltasik's channel.
Yeah, no. When I do it, it does. It brings up the show,
Mhm.
but then in the side it has the complete playlist there.
On the side?
Yeah.
Well, in the description, you mean?
When you click on the link in the top of the description.
Oh, the link in the top of the description. No,
Right.
that's nope, that's just linked to here.
Yeah, but below the side chat there should.
The side chat. Nope.
It's working when I do it.
Were we going to start singing Christmas carols or not?
Christmas marathon. Here we are. Okay, we got it.
Okay, you see how it's working now?
Yeah, I see how you got it set up.
I'm afraid that's going to confuse people then, but I don't know how to fix that.
Well, I think it'll probably be different and probably be in the description once this ends.
Yeah. And I did send out the link directly to the playlist in a whole bunch of places, so people should be able to see it. I put it in a bunch of Discord servers and Blue Sky and Twitter.
Ooh, I like Aunt Jer's idea.
What's Aunt Jer saying?
She says, sing carols. Everyone sing a different one all at the same time.
Oh,
Well,
no, it's terrible for a stream.
I'm sure if we all sing carols that we really be singing in our own key.
Well, I don't actually know any.
I know a lot of them.
Yeah, what with the network delay, we might as well sing different carols because there's no way we'd be able to stay in unison on one.
God, yes,
That's true.
rest ye merry gentlemen. They've bent over too long.
I know Tom Lear's Christmas Carol. I've done that one before.
I used to take my kids Christmas caroling for years and years and years, and I know the words to at least the first verse of almost every Christmas carol.
I am not a Christmas fan. I am certainly not religious, but I like it when people, like in a small town where I'm living, there's a group of people that go around and actually walk the streets and sing Christmas carols.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's cute.
We would get a lot of people that would ask us what we were collecting for.
I saved up 6 rotten eggs this year for them.
Only 6?
We're collecting for someone to get surgery to amputate their frostbitten fingers.
No, but I was thinking of a GoFundMe for my medical bills.
Yeah.
They've gotten way out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that happens very easily.
Yeah, last I checked, I'm into the hospital for about $5-6 grand right now.
Wow.
Yeah, last I checked, I'm into the hospital for about $5-6 grand.
There we go.
Hello,
I was going
Porpoise.
to say, we had the porpoise without an image, but now we're good.
No, Aunt Jer, I store them on a sunny windowsill.
There we go.
Hello,
I was going to
Porpoise.
say, we had.
Give me a second. All right, there we are. Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Oh,
Good morning, Sinister.
So is there a Santa porpoise, or is there just like one deep sea porpoise who's maybe a giant squid?
We just put Cthulhu in a red hat.
Well, I watched
I always thought an octopus would be a good choice for Santa.
I watched Avatar or The Way of Water last night.
Christians keep telling atheists that we have no porpoise.
I watched Interstate 80 for 5 hours.
Yeah. Well, I can say
In
for
dark.
the Avatar movie, it's basically the same theme as the first one, except it's in water and longer.
Yeah.
The critics say that the third one is spectacular. It's far better than the first two.
I heard it just came out.
I only saw the first one. I really wasn't that interested in the second one because it looked like the whole thing was about them like hunting some endangered species who probably had some, religious value to the natives.
It was whale hunting, and yeah, they had some
Yep.
value to the natives.
Yeah, see, I could figure all that out just from looking at the Lego set and decided.
Having trouble connecting.
Oh,
Trying to
guys,
connect.
no porn links. Come on.
You're okay, Porpoise. I hear you fine.
Yeah, I had to restart my computer just about 30 minutes before the show started because my computer decided.
All right, well,
Yeah,
let's see if that helps.
work.
Helps.
All right.
Now, the problem is I'm not on my...
Can you hear us, Porpoise?
I'm not on my home desktop, so the Wi-Fi here is not good.
Yeah, you seem to.
Yeah.
You're either you can't hear us or you're having a really bad delay.
You sound okay from this end.
You sound fine from here. Yeah, in the side chat they're talking about working night shift, and that's I used to always take the night shift. And I've always been naturally nocturnal. It was much easier for me to be starting at midnight than for me to try to be waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
I wish I could wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, but I start to work at 8.
Yeah, for years I started work at 8 o'clock and I still didn't wake up till 10.
Okay, it could be good and it could be morning. It can't be both.
Yep. I always thought it was called mourning in the same sense of mourning when you go to a funeral.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Good morning,
Hey.
CT.
That is not fair, because if I'm up from like midnight to 6 a.m., that's a good morning.
Yeah, if you're haven't gone to sleep yet, which Mage and I were saying we both did here, but if you have to actually be waking up at like 6 or 8 o'clock in the morning, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have a job where people would notice if I'm absent.
And then there's the grumpy guy that instead of saying good morning would always say good moaning.
Hey, that's what they taught us at the whorehouse too.
Good one, Denny.
I showed up at a funeral in pajamas with a thermos of tea. Everybody was mad, but I told them I just wasn't a morning person.
Hey, Detroit.
All right, Kelly.
I hope the Lions win this weekend.
Hi,
Well, is
Kelly.
there
Hi,
anyone in-
Atheist.
Is there anyone in the chat that's actually from New Zealand or Samoa or Australia that might actually be waking up and it's Christmas morning right now?
Or
Yeah,
Marcus Island.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
not
no,
seeing
no,
anybody from down
Jer, I could
under, but
Jer, I could never talk about those things online. We would get arrested. And I have all these terrible memories and all this sticky shit you got to clean up all the time.
I don't see anybody. Yeah. Don't see anybody from down under, but we've got a couple of people from the other side of the Atlantic. So it's
Okay.
like 11 o'clock in the morning over there.
I was going to say it's awfully early. Yeah. No, it's later there. That's right.
Yeah, they're
confused.
6 hours ahead of us.
Mhm.
I mean, it is possible that there might be someone in Antarctica watching.
That's
I
true.
hope so. I need them to come out and, I need to connect with someone in Antarctica because then I can finally say I've got a friend on every continent. That's the only one I'm missing.
Unfortunately, I don't think Antarctica has any permanent residents.
No,
My
but
brother-in-law
just one of
was-
the researchers working down there.
Yeah, my brother-in-law was stationed there for a while when he was in the Navy, but that was a long time ago.
The penguins are permanent.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, but they're not going to watch anything in the U.S. because we tariffed them.
Well, yeah.
Sweet Potato says that the future weather is sunny. We should all expect a sunny day today.
RJ
Sweet,
Downer
that's sweet
keeps
pea,
wondering-
not sweet potato. Get your carbohydrates correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
did I say sweet potato?
Yep.
Sorry about that, sweet pea.
Listen, it's 6:30 in the morning.
It's 5:30 here.
It's 5:30. Sorry, we're working in the past. You'll have to join us.
Hey, I'm in Pennsylvania right now. At least we're supposed to be in the Eastern time zone.
Oh, Jer, that sounds great.
Yeah, I could do with some hot cocoa. Unfortunately, now I've got to stay awake, and the best hot cocoa is when you put a shot of Bailey's in it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite drinks.
I got these little mini things for my grab bag. Story my grandmother used to do this gift basket thing full of a grab bag for everybody.
Yeah.
And after she passed away, I started doing it for everybody.
Yeah, I got a present today from my brother's wife, and apparently she made the pilgrimage down to Sloth Girl's hometown and sent me a bunch of seasoning and spices from the deli there that was basically like a holy place for Sloth Girl, because that's what she always remembered, was going there with her grandmother to pick out stuff. And for Sloth Girl to make her lasagna, we always had to go to that particular deli down there to get the sausage that they make. Otherwise, her lasagna just wasn't right. It had to be that sausage.
Yeah.
I use ground beef in my lasagna.
I just went through a phase where the smell of lasagna cooking made me sick. I don't know why. I loved the taste of it. I still ate it, but I couldn't be around it when I was cooking.
Any psychological association?
I don't know what caused it. It just started happening, and then it stopped for a while.
Well, yeah, Sloth Girl's grandmother was Italian, so it was, like a family recipe that she'd brought back, that they'd been making for like 100 years or something.
My lasagna depends on who's eating it. Because if Robin's there making vegetarian lasagna, And if Robin's not there, then I put some meat in it.
That's fake. That's fake. That's fake lasagna.
My friend would make several lasagnas in those situations.
Yeah.
I've done that before too.
Yeah, I've never had to really cook vegetarian. I've never lived with anyone who was that concerned about it.
Lasagna is too much effort to make for one person.
In fact, she actually made 3 because she had her uncle who's a vegetarian, so he had to make one without meat. Then had her mom who hated the taste of Parmesan, so he had to make one without Parmesan.
I made lasagna for my dad when he was passing on. It was the last fancy thing I made for him.
Oh.
And then he died, so I'm not sure if I should ever have it again. I might have done something wrong in the recipe.
Well, Jenny, one tip is it helps to cook the meat.
Yeah, just don't do what my grandmother would do and try and boil the meat. She tried to make hamburgers once that way.
No.
My fault. I'm hoping I'm not following this conversation correctly.
Yeah, she tried to boil hamburger patties.
Oh.
How'd they turn out?
Not good.
Yeah, I can imagine that they'd have no flavor and the texture would be kind of rubbery.
Oh, it was worse than that.
Okay, Garfield is not a good judge of lasagna. Garfield just throws the whole pan right down and swallows it in one gulp. So, I mean, wouldn't know the difference if you gave him the Stouffer's frozen stuff.
Guys, not picky enough to be a good judge, huh?
But not if he's eating it like that, no.
Of course, there was that one where I couldn't tell if it was a pork chop or fish. It turned out to be chicken.
Okay, Sweet Pea says I have Disaronno. I'm not sure what is Disaronno.
I don't know what that is either.
Pork chop and fish taste nothing alike. How do you go to chicken from there?
Well, I was trying to figure out what kind of meat it was. It was either it was either pork chop or fish, but it turned out to be chicken.
But how?
Yeah, aren't you right? I do the same thing. I've got a pan that is like 8 mini loaf pans just held together with a rack. And I make lasagna in that so that they're single servings. Because I have yet to learn how to cook for less than 5 people. So anytime I cook, I wind up making way more than I can eat before it goes bad. And I have to just, freeze at least half of it.
Sweet Pea says Disaronno is an almond liquor or liqueur.
Yeah, I was just highlighting that one. I'm not familiar with that one.
It's too early in the morning for liquor. Except
And why do we pronounce it liqueur versus liquor?
Well, because when you pronounce it liquor, they think you're talking about oral sex.
Hey, I don't have to be. I don't have to be back to work again until January. So.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got the rest of the year off.
But you don't have to be back. Sorry.
I'm leaving tomorrow. My plane leaves at 6 in the morning to go see my daughter on the West Coast and her husband and son. And that's why I picked doing my stream as early as I did so that I can then start getting ready for tomorrow.
I wish I had traveled by plane.
Well, enjoy the insanity of travel on the weekend.
Well, it's Thursday and it's Christmas Day. And so I don't think it's going to be quite as busy because not too many people want to fly on Christmas Day.
Yeah, most people will have arrived already, so you shouldn't have as many people at the airport.
Yep.
Well, who knows what delays Trump has caused.
Plus, the airport in my town is quite small. And so it's not difficult going through the ticket office and through security here because it's a small town.
And a bunch of major airports have refused to play. What's her name?
Christy Noem.
Yeah, Christy Nome did a propaganda thing for ICE that was trying to blame the Democrats for the shutdown and all the delays. And she had wanted it to be played on the monitors at every TSA station. And the airports in most major cities said, no, we're not going to do that.
I saw they put up a video of Santa as an ICE agent.
I am sure.
I did not see that one.
I am sure everyone will know
Disgusting.
who you mean if you refer to her as Secretary Puppy Murderer.
Yep.
Crusty Gnome Nothing.
Yeah, I'm horrible with names. I can't keep people's names straight.
Aunt Jura says, Granny, check your house. Don't before you leave. Don't leave any kids at home. I do have Robin here, and Robin's coming with me. Robin moved back home. Robin quit his job in Auburn, took a job here in Huntsville, and moved back home. He still has 8 months on his lease, so he's living at home until the apartment down there finds a new tenant, and then he'll start looking for his own apartment up here.
Yeah, Sweet Pea, for that to happen, the guy in charge and his entire cabinet would all have to keel over before we get to somebody who's competent for the job.
Well, the cabinet wouldn't need to. If he did, the new person could pick a new cabinet. But you have to wish for a person that, as Sweet Pea said, actually cares about everyone. And if that person did actually care about everyone, they would pick a new cabinet.
Well, it's just the order of secession.
Yeah.
Right.
Goes through the Speaker of the House and the Senate Majority Leader, and then it starts going through some of the cabinet officials.
Mm-hmm.
Although if we do get controlling interest at the midterms, we can impeach and convict the son of a bitch and then send all the cabinet, vice president, and everybody packing and start over.
Ned, I believe.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I believe she's muted, Ned.
The problem is that you need 60% of the Senate to convict.
Right.
We would need a big sweep in the Senate.
Yep.
We would, but judging by the
Epstein files.
The elections that have been happening so far this year, that's beginning to look like it might not be out of question. Might not be out of question.
Did you see some of the redacted Epstein files can be unredacted by just copying and pasting them?
Yes. Oh God, yes.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yeah. They use
I don't know exactly what technique they use.
Fun.
They used Adobe.
Okay, go ahead.
They used Adobe to censor out everything. So all you have to do is just highlight everything, copy and paste it into a Word document. You can see everything.
Huh.
So either that's someone who knew that and did it deliberately because they wanted to fulfill the full request of Trump's.
Yep.
Or but not the spirit of it.
And already in this first group of stuff that people have figured out to unredact it, they found a letter where little Jeffy and his buddy are talking about Trump raping some kid.
Yeah.
Or they're so incompetent that they didn't realize that's how that works.
I'm thinking
what makes me mad is that they said something before the rest of it's been redacted or released.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I knew about that before this, that they have a Adobe blacking out doesn't work. And it's not even my realm of a job. It's hard for me to believe that anyone whose job it is doesn't know.
Oh, it gets worse.
But see, they must not know because they made the mistake, and now they won't make the mistake in the future.
But it gets worse. You know how they're coming out in batches? They have like batch 7. Well, if you just change the number to 8, you can actually see stuff they haven't released yet.
Malicious compliance has been a tool.
Yeah.
In fact, I was going to say a lot of teachers used it in Indiana a while ago.
Yeah, I can see that a lot of the unnamed underlings, aren't happy with who was running the agency, and that might be a way they could get by it.
That's a possibility, I suppose, rather than pure incompetence.
And keep in mind,
the career people now.
And keep in mind, malicious compliance is one of the tools they recommended using in the simple sabotage manual that people kept downloading.
Could you define malicious compliance better?
Malicious compliance is doing exactly what you're told to do when you know it'll gum things up, or doing it in such a way that it fulfills the request for what they want, but isn't really what they want.
Okay, Tilting Windmill said they did the same thing during Trump's first term. So, yeah, they already knew about how this would work.
In other words,
Government
they do
government employees now.
In other words, they do exactly what they're told, just in the most half-assed way possible.
Yeah, now this Sweet Pea brings up the Supreme Court, and one of the things I am questioning is if Democrats had a big enough majority in Congress, couldn't they start impeaching some of the Supreme Court justices, especially the ones who have shown clear conflicts of interest?
It's not just half-assing it. It's also doing it in such a way that you know it's going to overwhelm them. Like, you're told to record every student's name and pronoun change. So what a lot of people who had to do that did was, especially if they had high school students, was record every stupid name change they requested.
Yeah, Ned Commander's coming through just fine, so.
Because it was a waste of time. It served no purpose.
Yeah, well, they started out, the first thing they did was just to search for everywhere that it said Trump and black that out. And Trump was trying to make a big deal that, there's Democrats named in there too. Why don't you go after Bill Clinton?
Bill Clinton's released them.
Well, Bill Clinton came out and said, yes, I want you to immediately release everywhere where that has my name on it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Bill Clinton is not the least bit worried about what it's going to say about him.
Even if he was a big part of that, who exactly cares as he goes down?
Yeah. Well,
No one.
A couple of pictures of Bill Clinton with Epstein, so yeah, he was obviously at some of the parties.
But, I mean, it's Christmas Eve. I'm happy to have gotten back to Pennsylvania for a little bit.
Okay, getting to see your family.
Yes.
How is that going for you? How is your family?
Well, I haven't gotten yet. I'll go see one of my uncles today. And then apparently my father's current wife is going to do something there tomorrow. I have a couple gifts for them, and a gift for my sister and my niece who's going to move out for the first time this year, and who's not going to be happy with her gifts. But
well, how do you know in advance she's not going to be happy with her gifts? What?
Because they're practical things that you don't really think you need the first time you move out, but you end up needing.
Yes. Yeah, setting up your first apartment.
Stuff. Yep.
I wouldn't be happy with that either because it's not my interest, but it's
I would like some relationship advice.
Don't ask the asexual.
Might be asking the wrong fruit here.
It has nothing to do with sex. It has to do with relating to family. My daughter's husband does not work. He's a stay-at-home husband, has been their entire marriage. But he also does not do housework. And they,
Yeah.
now,
Well, that's just wrong.
yeah,
What
I
what
know.
does he do?
He plays video games. Now, he also watches their son. And when he was an infant, that made sense that was all he did. And when he was a young toddler, that made sense. That was all he did. Now he's only 5. But he does go to preschool and he's gone 4 hours a day. And I don't know if I bring up the subject, my daughter suddenly goes silent. It's obviously a sensitive subject. So
Does he cook? Or
yes, he does all the
Okay.
cooking and he's very good at that. When he married my daughter was extremely underweight, and he has remedied that. She now looks normal.
Does he do the yard work?
That's a good question.
Okay, I was a stay-at-home dad when I was taking care of 5 kids ranging from infants to teenagers. And I was still managing to do at least the basic house cleaning.
Yeah. I did house cleaning when my kids were young, and now my husband helped me because both of us worked full time, and so we split a lot of the household duties. But for the most part, we did it ourselves.
He should get his ass in gear and start doing the housework.
Yeah.
Period.
That's what I think too. But like I said,
Yeah.
every time I bring the subject up, my daughter goes silent, and I think I'm bugging her by saying anything.
Well, I would not necessarily feel like I had the responsibility to tell her what to do, but
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah, there's got to be some subtle way to tell her that it's reasonable for her to expect a little more out of him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you've mentioned it once or talked about it once, that's enough. After that, it's her problem.
Okay.
Or
She mentioned to me recently that their housekeeper they had lost their housekeeper a couple months ago, and so the house was a disaster. So she was apologizing to me for how the house looked. And I said, well, you have a stay-at-home husband who has a little helper.
There you go. Put the kid to work.
Well, yeah, that's, if his job is to watch the kid, you have the kid help. And you don't have to have the kid do a whole lot, but that's what I used to do.
Oh, yeah.
When Robin was that age, Robin used to help me.
Yeah.
I remember helping my parents a little
Well,
bit.
that's my niece is 6, and she helps her mom with the house chores.
They can pick things up and they can wipe off a little table or
Vacuum, sweeping.
Yeah.
vacuuming's a bit rough because the vacuum can be heavy depending on what kind of vacuum you
Yeah,
have.
it depends
Yeah.
on the kind of vacuum that.
Yeah,
that's
but
good.
just basic, picking things up and wiping off the table. Yeah.
or I mean, they might have a robotic vacuum cleaner.
You could always tie the kid to the Swifter mop and use them as a new pad.
Aunt Jerse is
No, Jenny.
Aunt Jerse is divorced immediately, and that actually is the worst thing my daughter could do, because he stays home with the child, and my daughter works full time. If they got a divorce, he would get full custody.
Well, then you'd have a very dirty house.
Well, what I do is I just have the dog hold on to one of her toys and I just drag her around the house.
They have 2 dogs.
What did the housekeeper do before they left?
I don't know everything that they did, but I know they did. I know that the housekeeper did the dishes and cleaned the floors and cleaned the bathrooms.
Well,
Yeah, Sweet Pea would say stay out of it unless he's causing harm.
Yeah.
She'll come to you when she's ready. Yeah,
Okay. Thanks, sweet
that's
pea.
Or you could go over there with the 38 and put it to his temple and let him know who's boss.
That's probably not going to be good for staying out of jail.
Yeah, that's not good advice.
I
Unless
didn't
you live
say-
in a red state.
I didn't say it had to be loaded.
Well, if you saw the only gun that I own, it would not be a crime to do that because the only gun that I know I own is a solid cast iron gun that I used to keep on my nightstand when my husband was away for weeks when he was active duty army. So that if someone broke in during the night, I could pick it up and point it at someone, but no one could take it away from me and shoot me because it doesn't actually shoot. It just
Yeah,
looks like a gun.
you really should not have a fake gun because if you point a gun, you have to assume you're going to use it.
Mm.
And that's
Well,
I haven't
inviting
had that
trouble.
gun out since Sherry was born, and that was 38 years ago.
By the time someone breaks
And
into your house,
also, I'm sorry.
by the time someone breaks into your house, so many things have gone wrong anyway. I mean, a lot of people like this whole self-defense thing don't understand. It's like this is a last-ditch thing.
Yeah.
There are things you can do long before there to prevent that.
Part of the reason I had that was because one of the other wives, someone had broken into her house and raped her.
ooh.
Just go get yourself a nice, sweet little Glock.
She went and got 2 dogs, and
Yeah,
one
but-
stayed inside and one stayed outside.
Yeah,
So-
dogs are your best home defense, and I mean, even if it's a little dog that doesn't do anything but yap, at least you've got a good alarm system.
She got a Doberman and a Rottweiler.
Have you seen some of those videos that are fairly popular nowadays, where people test their dog for defending the owner?
No, I haven't.
Unless the dog has been specially trained to be a Schutzhund, they just kind of like, "Hi, how are you?" and welcome and that kind of stuff.
My first dog was protective of me. My grandfather actually tried to test the dog out, and she kind of got between me and him, because he was acting like he was going to hurt me or something, and she just kind of got between me and him, like growled up. She did not like him ever since that.
Now, see, with our Chow, I mean, if it was a woman breaking in, she'd probably get away with it, but there was no way a man was going to break in. She was
So-
allergic to testosterone. She just would not let any male in the house. That should have been a clue at that point to my ex about that.
Is there? I mean, you said he plays video games. Has he tried like streaming them? I don't know. Maybe developing something there.
No, I don't believe so.
That, I mean, it's hard to build an audience that way, but
Mhm.
people.
And as for Molly, I think
Every dog I had stop the stupidity was like that as well. He says, my dog attacks of kisses.
I think the worst Molly would do to somebody breaking in would be pee on them.
Yeah, well, you could have a big dog that just slobbers them to death. Makes them so slippery that they can't hold their weapon or anything.
I was gonna say my sister had a dog that would be like barking for attention the whole time. It's like, oh, there's a new person here. Pet me.
My German Shepherd, I did take to some low-level Schutzhund training, and I was never worried when I was with her ever.
Yeah.
she was one of those 100-pound German Shepherds.
I remember my uncle.
I had a boss. I'm sorry. I mean, I have the delay.
Okay, well, my uncle had this black lab. He always loved getting black labs, and one of the things you do, who had one of them was like, when somebody knocked on the door, the dog would start barking, going off. It's the sweetest dog in the world you could have imagined, but if some stranger, he'd act like he was having to hold the dog back,
Oh,
Go ahead.
and we have Harmonica Man with us.
Go ahead, Commander.
I had at one time 2 dogs. One, I think it was an almost 30-pound Boston Bull Terrier. That dog, Buster, had its life run by a kitten and a less than 2-pound teacup Yorkie, who was run by the cat.
Yeah, I've never kept a gun, but I've always got tools all over the place, and I know anything that can put a dent in a piece of wood can make somebody bleed.
I have a machete in my hall closet.
Well, that's why I'm, if there is an afterlife, I'm banking on my Nordic ancestors, because at least one version of the Nordic myth says anybody who dies with a weapon in their hand goes to Valhalla. And I am fully prepared to argue that whatever I'm holding at the time could be a weapon. Like my bottle of iced tea, I could technically use as a weapon and try to bludgeon somebody with it.
Kill you with my teacup. Riddick.
Hey, my cat
I'm
could
looking
definitely be
for
used as a
a
weapon.
video.
Go ahead, Commander.
I'm just letting you know that I'm looking for a video called Kitty Valhalla.
Oh, never heard of that one.
That's why I played it on your channel once. It was about kittens reigning in Valhalla.
I know that there's a video game called Stray that's really popular, that basically you're playing a stray cat in a city that apparently doesn't have any humans anymore. And it's like at first I thought it was a game I would like, but then I saw some of the ways that you as a cat can die in that thing, and it's like, no, I couldn't play that and watch the cat die.
It's just a game.
Yeah, well,
Jenny, that's how I felt about Portal. When it told me to incinerate my companion cube, I just did it. My son keeps going, "How could you do that? It's just a box, and it's just a game."
Well, first of all, remember Gladys is the main antagonist of the game.
yeah, I've never played Portal either.
People really got attached to that cube.
No, I did not get attached to the cube.
I mean, it's just a cube.
Mm-hmm. The only things I have gotten really attached to are in Red Dead Redemption. I would get very attached to my horse because I did a lot of work to develop my horse, and the only really, the only fictional character that I really fell in love with was Arthur.
Now, in the original Fallout, I did try to keep Dogmeat alive, which was very hard to do.
Okay, Pasta Babe is asking about why he would get custody in divorce.
Because the child stays with the father all day. The father is the primary caretaker, and you don't take a young child away from their primary caretaker.
But don't, especially like a red state, have a mommy bias?
Well, first, it's not a red state. She lives in California.
Oh, okay.
And second, no. The rule of law is the same everywhere. If someone, if one parent is the primary caretaker, they get custody. Now, she would still have visitation. And well, actually, I'm sorry, it wouldn't be full custody. She would have shared custody, but the time split she would have a standard visitation.
Hey, Granny, I would love to hear your legal opinion on a case that's been on the news for the last week or so, whatever. Of the woman, I believe she was on California, who was arrested after 41 years for kidnapping her own daughter. And the daughter never knew, and so has grown up with just this basic lie about about whatever happened to Dad. I don't know what the lie that she told, but it was news to the daughter too, who's now in her 40s.
So why is that kidnapping? Is that your question?
No, why would they pursue it after all this time and no obvious harm to the child and all that kind of stuff?
She still violated the dad's rights. You know, for it to be kidnapping, there had to be a custody order that gave him custody or gave him at least partial custody. And because he deprived him of custody, that's what made it kidnapping. And as long as the statute of limitations hasn't run on the kidnapping, which it wouldn't because the kidnapping would continue as long as she had the kid, until the kid was an adult, then the beginning that would start the clock for ending the statute of limitations when the child reached adulthood. So yeah, kidnapping is a serious crime. So yeah, I'm not surprised they would pursue that, even if there was no harm from it.
No,
Yes.
kidnapping is not serious. ICE does it all the time.
Yeah.
Sweet Pea, I have no idea what you're talking about.
My stream starts in 5 minutes. I need to go reheat my coffee, and I'll
Oh,
see you over
yeah.
there in a few minutes.
Okay, yep, we'll see you over there.
I can
Bye.
May the
join you.
odds,
I'll see you in about a bit.
may the odds be ever in your favor. Oh, sorry, that's how I end my classes.
That's what I should do today later is play PUBG. I've played PUBG in a long time.
Oh, speaking of the Hunger Games, did anyone see the Patriot Games announcement?
Yes,
Oh yeah.
I've heard what they're going to plan the games, what they're going to do. I assume it's going to be stupid track and field kind of bullshit and that, but
Well, I've heard to simplify it, instead of 50 states, they should use 13 districts.
Yep,
Okay, if you haven't watched the Hunger Games, that's not going to make sense.
I never watched Hunger Games, but I still got that.
Or read it.
well, are they going to dispense bow and arrow to everybody or?
No, that's not how it works.
You know, and ironically, that would make sense because there are 13 federal court districts.
See, at the beginning of the Hunger Games, there's a cornucopia put out with various weapons, and you have to run to them because the whole point of the Hunger Games is like a Highlander scenario. There can be only one.
So that there's just a collection of weapons there, and the first one to get there winds up getting a machine gun, and the last one to get there winds up getting a stick.
Well, I mean, usually they have certain weapons that they indicate they will train in. So Katniss just happened to be a bow and arrow because the badass female with a bow trope is prevalent.
Did you ever see that one woman on? She's on TikTok a lot. I see her on Twitter once in a while. She could take the bow, hold the bow in one foot with one foot, and pull the string with the other foot, and nails bullseyes from 30, 40 feet.
What
Sweet pea.
poundage?
She's just amazing. She's consistent. She's really, really, really good.
It's their house, so what they want to do together is fine as long as they're consenting. I just don't want to hear it.
Yep. There is a guy that, I've been watching his shorts who is just amazing with the bow as far as the trick shots he does, and just
Yeah.
he's got a stripper pole set up in his yard, and he can do things like just grip the stripper pole with his legs, so he's just hanging halfway up the pole and shoot the bow.
Well, I hope he keeps his shorts on.
Yeah, I recently took up archery. I'm doing pretty well. I even split an arrow in two.
Yeah, I've been thinking about taking it up myself.
I just don't know why the person next to me was so angry that I broke his arrow.
Yeah, I've thought of it. I just, I don't have a good place to practice.
Yeah, that's my problem. I'm trying to figure out where I could set up.
Well, and one of the things that really caught my interest is on YouTube. I have run across a couple of channels there.
Perp, don't they have a long hallway in your apartment building? You could.
Yeah,
I
I
am.
got
Sh-
a feeling that other residents might not appreciate that.
I am sure there are archery ranges you can find. Where I live, there just happens to be one at the mall set up.
Ooh, yeah, shoot down the main mall area. That would be great.
So
Well, it's an archery range. Everyone knows people with bows and arrows come in there.
Yeah, by where Sloth Girl's son lives, there's a park that has an archery range.
No, I think they should make it more challenging for both the archer and the audience. Just do it in the main drag of the of the mall. People are in there, and there's just little tape lines, red tape lines or something. Say, don't go in this
Granny,
area. Good.
Granny's starting now.
yep.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. Have a good.
Wait a minute. Just I'm just gonna drop a link for the guy I was talking about that just does some really incredibly archery tricks there. So should check that out. Okay, but yes. Yep. If Granny's ready.
Yeah, she's already started.
Yep.
So yeah, let's all hop over there. Okay, Major got the link. I was just getting that for him. Yeah, Pasta Babe, from this, if you go the first line of the description, there's a link there that'll take you to the playlist. But yeah, for right now, just follow Mages. We're all gonna hop over there. So bye for now. See you all in a minute over at Granny's.
Did she forget to turn off the stream?
I think she did.
I'll end it.